Alright, welcome back to my Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas, making grand promises that I'll actually complete the story and disappointing you at every turn. So here we are at the NCR outpost here, on the New Vegas Strip. I'm gonna walk in here and talk to some gentlemen, people.
You should see this place at night.
I did not know that was a lady. NCR Military Police Headquarters. Go visit the MPs. This gentleman is working hard behind a computer.
You lost?
Okay. Oh, that's a locked door. Bathroom. Bathroom. Jail cell. Can I let him out of jail? No, it requires key. Can I talk to you? Does not appear that I can talk to that person. Or that person. It's interesting. I can steal this letter. I just want to read it. I don't want to actually steal it.
Hey.
Especially with that guy there. Might seem kind of upset about that. Hello, nameless trooper. Anything back here? No? We have some more doors over here. NCR Embassy. So here we'll find polite diplomacy between the NCR and Caesar's Legion. I'm sure of it. I'm calling it right now.
Hey.
Liza O'Malley.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about the embassy?
The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
Tell me about yourself.
I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can actually help you with?
Goodbye.
Sir?
Alright, embassy offices are over here. I see computer. Nothing interesting. Hello, Ambassador Dennis Crocker. I saw your name on the sign outside.
Greetings, friend. Something I can help you with?
What's happening around the strip?
It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness. It's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
Tell me about yourself, Ambassador.
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago back in the NCR as the local mayor and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
Interesting. Go on.
I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know?
I'd like to know more about the NCR.
I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House of Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
Go on.
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
I can challenge him to Caravan. Honestly, it's been so long since I played Caravan that I'm afraid to do it.
Goodbye.
He's got a little safe there. And that's President Kimball. Alright, so that's the embassy. It seems like we have some barracks over here we can also check out. Looks like these are the barracks. Here is Captain Marie Papas.
So you're the new hotshot on the Strip. Just because you can walk around on the Strip with your guns doesn't make you a big shot. You make any trouble for me or my men, I'll make sure you regret it for a very long time. You got that? Now, are you here for something or are you just wasting my time?
Wow. You're pleasant. Would you like to tell me what's happening on the Strip nicely?
People drink, gamble, and fight. What do you think happens on the Strip? Any other intelligent questions?
What can you tell me about the ambassador?
If you want to know more about the ambassador, go talk to him yourself.
I'd like to know more about you. I'm talking to you. Please tell me about you.
Look, I don't know you at all, and I'm not really interested in small talk. If you have something important to say, do so quickly.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That red beret's looking good, soldier.
This must be her office.
We won't go quietly.
Hey, you have a name.
Hey, stranger, what's happening?
A little more friendly, too. What can you tell me about the unfriendly Captain Papas?
If you're digging for dirt on the captain, you're digging in the wrong place.
What's happening on the Strip?
Us troopers mostly come to the Strip for our R&R. We blow off some steam by gambling, drinking, partying, or fighting. If you're looking for a good time, I'd suggest hitting up Gamora. The girls there are pretty nice, if you know what I mean.
Tell me about yourself.
What have you heard? I know people think I'm a little on the wild side, but I'm just trying to have fun, you know? Just because I happen to get into fights and like to pull pranks doesn't mean anything.
What do you know about the ambassador?
Sorry, I don't know much about him. We run in different circles, you know?
Goodbye.
Sir?
Alright, so it looks like I have some options around here to actually play Caravan. That's good to know. If I need to get some money to get those stim implants, I can take it from these guys. Which, honestly, that seems like a pretty good option. That guy was doing push-ups. That's a unique animation there. I don't think I've seen that one so far in the game. Alright, what is in this door? Another bathroom? No, a supply closet. Okay, so that is the NCR Embassy on the Strip. The last thing we have to do before we head to the Tops Casino is the side quest with Heck Gunderson in the Ultra-Luxe. Basically, we have to convince him to let the farmers keep their farm, if I recall. It's been a long time since I played this game, so I can't say for sure, but I feel comfortable that it was something along those lines. I'll just ask him to do the nice thing, and then I hope that's exactly what I was supposed to do. Which means that after I do this, I'm going to have to reassign all my guns, because I'm going to lose them when I walk in the hotel.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to turn over your weapons?
Sure, here you go.
My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. You have my assurance that everything will be returned upon your departure. But we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. It's not the atmosphere we wish to cultivate. Please, enjoy your stay.
Goodbye.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Alright, Heck Gunderson is sitting here at the bar. I'm going to sit down on... Oh, I'm not allowed to sit down on the stool. I'm not classy enough for that.
Beg your pardon, stranger, but I'm looking for someone. You ain't seen a young man with dark brown hair and a white hat on lately, have you?
I don't think I've seen him.
Ain't nobody got one darn piece of news about my boy. Not one lousy speck of information. Ain't got one Brahmin unaccounted for across a dozen ranches. But I'm here for an hour and my own son just up and disappears on me.
So you're a rancher?
Yep, got a whole mess of Brahmins to my name. Bighorners, too. Used to just have the one ranch, but land was easy to grab before the soldiers moved in. Before I knew it, I was running one of the biggest ranching operations east of California. Now, everywhere I go, folks I never even met shake my hand and call me Mr. Gunderson. Don't quite know what to make of that.
Why is your bodyguard allowed to have a gun?
Made me a special arrangement with the hotel. They want to do business with me, they got to play by my rules. A lot of people out there resent success. Might want to take a swipe at me. This makes them think twice. If I'd have been thinking, though, I'd have had him watching my boy instead. Then none of this would have happened.
You lost your son.
My boy, Ted. He was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things over with the White Glove folks. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Gets that from his mother. Got most of my staff out looking for him now. I'd be out myself, but I keep hoping he'll show up back here. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through this. But that don't mean I wouldn't be grateful.
Heck Gunderson is looking for his disappeared son. Talk to Walter Phoebus. What business did you have here at the hotel?
That's between me and the White Glove Society. But let's just say they control the food supply around here, and I got lots of food to give. But that ain't as welcome as you might think.
Did you say something about a white glove?
That's what they call themselves, the folk that run this place. They're the ones dressed all fancy with their bow ties and shiny dresses. Some of them got masks, too. Real hard to trust folks like that. A couple of them show their faces, and that's who I do my business with.
Fair enough.
I don't talk to none of the other ones.
Well, let me help find your son.
I'd be more than happy to have you. Heck, I'll hire anybody with a pair of legs and at least one good eye at this point. There'd be a lot of money in it for you if you can get him back to me safe. And if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for the names of the sons of bitches responsible.
Goodbye.
I'll be here.
Alright, so let's talk to anybody who has a name or conversation. Oh, nothing for you. Goodbye.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Now, if I can remember who does have a name, maybe this gentleman at the door might know something.
You mustn't ask why we wear our masks. We are forbidden to speak.
How about the cashier? Have you seen him?
Humbly at your service.
It does not seem so. Goodbye.
A pleasure doing business.
Let's set this as my main quest. That might help out here.
How may I be of service, sir?
Goodbye.
Indeed.
Maybe someone at the Gourmand knows something. Marjorie.
How do you... Welcome to the Ultra-Luxe. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation.
Heck, Gunderson said he was here to talk business with you. What business?
What else? Mr. Gunderson and I have been discussing his livestock. It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. Not that we aren't grateful for his generous offer. But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed Brahmin steak into a delicacy. He really is a genius. Everyone wants it. But a delicacy is just that, delicate. If everyone can get it, it ceases to be a delicacy. It becomes a perfectly ordinary staple. And if the Gourmand served staples, it would no longer draw the caliber of people it deserves. It would be a diner or a family restaurant. So as much as we'd all love for there to be enough steak for everyone, I'm afraid there are more important things to consider.
Okay, I'm looking for someone who went missing here recently.
This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions to his satisfaction and gave all the help I could. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people can't get over it is beyond me. For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. It's written in the charter.
They have a specific rule about not eating people? That's required for them to have that rule? What brought about them needing to have that rule? Who did you talk to? Who is this investigator you mentioned?
There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay here. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly likely that she got cold feet and ran off. And that young groom just didn't have a clue, the poor dear.
I'm investigating someone else. A man. He just recently went missing.
A man? Well, then this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own rooms.
Is there any way I could talk to the investigator?
Why, yes, I think so, if he hasn't checked out yet, that is. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied. You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy, even in the face of such impolite accusations. We have nothing to hide here.
So the White Glove Society used to eat human flesh?
Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances. Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time, when we went by a different name. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulses since settling into our new home. I've seen to it that those days are behind us.
It's okay. I eat people too. You can tell me the truth. Goodbye.
Ta-ta.
Okay, this is getting too good. I am now glad that I'm doing this side quest instead of continuing the story, because I want to figure out if they're eating people. So the next task is to talk to Mortimer and find out where he put this investigator.
How may I be of service, sir?
I heard your group dines on human flesh. No. Marjorie said you gave a free room to a private investigator.
Private investigator. Ah, yes, I remember the gentleman. This was about the missing bride. Such an awful thing. I do hope he finds her whereabouts. If I might pry, have you found something that will help his investigation?
I'm on an investigation too. I'm hoping we can help each other.
You are? Nothing so grim as his investigation, I hope. Now, ordinarily, we don't give out guest information, but I think given the circumstances, he'll want to speak with you. Let's see. He hasn't checked out yet. If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be one floor directly above you after you exit the lobby. I hope we can put this whole matter to rest at last.
Alright, where do you say his room was again?
If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be one floor directly above you after you exit the lobby.
Goodbye.
Indeed.
So, we need to take the door this way, that way, this way, this way, to the hotel rooms. So one floor above, and this should be the door right here. It says use key, but I imagine, well, it'll probably open up if we knock. It seems like that's where we're going. And we will find out more about this on our next episode. Be sure to tune in next time. Thanks for watching.